So I've hinted towards this already, but every business's environment is different. If you have an online business, your environment is different to a brick and mortar store. And just because you have a brick and mortar store doesn't mean that your audience is the same in Kempton Park as what it's going to be in Vryheid. You need to know your audiences and you need to be working with them differently. So this is a problem that I cover in Don't Be a Twat Waffle, 15 marketing mistakes you can avoid. Because just because somebody else's formula works in their area for their business doesn't mean you can copy and paste what they're doing for their business and hope it's going to work for you. I've seen this in franchise marketing. So here you have a beautiful vehicle of a business that's being created and you can buy into it as a business owner and you've got something that works from the get-go. You haven't had to build it up and there's the marketing material and that is a sexy logo and it all makes sense and you start rolling it out, but something's just not connecting. Now this can happen for all businesses, but to me the franchise example is beautiful because it's a business that you buy and then want to roll out like it's been done in other areas. But we still need to take into consideration that every location has its own marketing options. So for example, something like street pole adverts, something simple like a poster on a street pole. In Johannesburg, no problem. You can almost get a street pole advert on every street you can. There's some rules, like there's going to be a date, it has to be an event or a political party kind of thing. But in Cape Town, it's really challenging to get a street pole advert. So, it's important to know where it is that you're launching and what those marketing avenues are. But above that, people in different areas live in different areas because they have the communities that they associate with, and they all consume media a little bit differently. So, for example, if you've got a posh private school in an area, they probably all read the school newsletter because, well, we want to be the most informed mom and dad in the school. Great stuff. But in other areas, there might not even be a distribution for a newsletter because, well, how can we even make sure that all moms and dads will get this? Because do they even all have access to technology? These are things we've got to think about, and we've got to go and research and see how we can connect with people where they're already spending time. And this is a big thing for businesses. But the more you understand about your options that are out there and what can work for your business are important. Just because the options are there doesn't mean that they'll work for your business. So, like, let's say, well, actually social media is a really good example, right? So we've got all these different social media platforms, but just because we have them all doesn't mean that we should all jump on all of them all the time. Some businesses are going to do better on LinkedIn than others. Some businesses are going to do better on Instagram than others. And this all just depends on the kind of business we have and how we can even display it on the different social media platforms, or how we come up with content, or how much education we have to do with the content. All things to consider. So you can head over to pozible.com and go and add a pledge or pre-order your book, your copy of Don't Be a Twat Waffle, 15 marketing mistakes that you can avoid.